Hello everybody, it's Reza from Trading Algo X. In this video I'm going to go more in depth into the functionality of the chart and essentially what everything means. Up top here you have the S&P 500 chart. It's essentially where the indices are displayed. You can choose to display the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, or the Nasdaq index. In the second portion you have the Algo X oscillators. So you know that it's made up of two oscillators that are built in real time throughout the day. There's the overbought red line and the oversold blue line that make up the two oscillators. So essentially the way it works is that as they're getting built throughout the day, whenever one of them spikes above your threshold, for example here we have in the red line at the beginning of the day, we have the overbought line crossing level 5, which is the threshold set by default. You can change that. I'll show you how in a little bit. So essentially when it crosses above the threshold, you get a red down arrow on your chart, essentially letting you know that the area of the overbought area has just been crossed and the market's highly likely to reverse to the downside. A little bit later, the market reverses and essentially the oversold line is spiking above level 5, and you get these blue up-pointing triangles, essentially letting you know, marking on the chart, that this is an oversold line, that the market's likely to bounce up from there. And you can see how that worked up on the chart. The third portion of the chart is what we call the auxiliary indicators. Again, these are based on the underlying 500. They all have certain algorithms that make them function, and we discuss those algorithms later. Right now I'm just going to discuss with you on how to view it. So essentially the market speed is one of our auxiliary indicators. If you come down below the chart, you're going to see chart options. First of all, here's where you can change what indices you want up there. And you can change what auxiliary indicator to display down here. So right now we have market speed. We can change that to the aggressiveness factor, tick thrust, or traded dollar value. We're going to go back to market speed here. So essentially that's where those indicators go. And just briefly, the market speed indicator is essentially a quick view on what's happening in all of the underlying stocks. So when a lot of volume comes into the stocks in a very short period of time in all the underlying, essentially it spikes up the market speed indicator. Down here you have a little small navigator of the day. You can see that it's sectioned off. So essentially here what you can do is you can zoom in into one section of the day. For example, if you just wanted to zoom into when the oversold indications came, you can actually zoom in right into that spot, and it can kind of help you see those exact locations, see exactly where those spots were and exactly what happened at that time, all the crossings that happened at that time. So that's all for a brief overview of what the chart means. We're going to be putting out more videos into how to set alerts, how to control the sound, and many more tutorials. Have a good trading day.